Hello all and welcome back to some more wonderful MLP news. Today we have ourselves a proper reveal of the title of the movie coming later in September, as well as a proper release date for when the movie's coming out. This is all coming from Netflix's own Twitter. They released this little teaser here. It's about a minute long. We're going to break it down here in today's video because we have some short clips of the movie within certain parts of it, including this first image here, which might or might not be part of the movie. If it is, it's going to be a very interesting part of the movie. I don't think it is. I feel like this is going to be specifically for this teaser, but we could see this image here in the movie. Who knows? But as you can see here, it says that it will be airing on Netflix on September 24th. It is on September 24th is when it's going to release. In September 24th. I don't know why I said that so many times, but there you go. That's when it's happening, and we're going to break it down in today's video, as well as talk about the fact that it's called A New Generation. I believe that was proven a while back, or at least teased a while back because of some leaks and stuff like that. And I'm kind of sitting here thinking now, I believe that we might get a trailer leaked before we get an actual trailer. The reason why I say that is because we've been getting leak after leak after leak, and it's starting to seem like we might get a trailer leaked to us before we actually get the actual trailer itself. Now, this video here that I'm going to show you and you know, break down and everything like that isn't an actual trailer. What it's doing is it's revealing the cast, the voice actors for the cast, as well as revealing some characters and things like that. And it's also, of course, gonna show us tiny little clips from the movie. So let's go ahead and run through this. We're gonna kind of turn it down and everything like that, and we're gonna run through this, and we're gonna pause and try to do this frame by frame at certain points so that we can kind of get an idea of what's going on here. So let's go ahead and hit play and not waste your time anymore. So as you can see here, it's obviously doing this, introducing the cast, everything like that. New generation, as we can see, this person playing one of the characters. And then right here we get a picture or a small clip. It's like half a second, it's like a second long, but we do get a clip of what appears to be, now it doesn't look like it, but this I believe is the lighthouse that we've seen in other videos and stuff like that. As you can see, this is very clearly a cliff here. I think the lighthouse more sits on top of this building here, and it looks like maybe she's coming out of here for her day, and her day is just now starting, so she's rollerblading out of her house or whatever and things like that. She's got quite a few plants here, so it'd be interesting to see this character have this little affinity towards plants, you know, taking care of gardens and plants and things like that, and not doing like the whole farm thing, but having, like, you know, some house plants and stuff like that. I think it'd be nice. I don't think that really means anything, but you can see that it does look like she's leaving this building. Perhaps she just delivered something to it and it's not the place she lives, but it looks like she's leaving from it, so we can safely assume that that is the house that she lives in. You can see that she seems excited about going out on this venture. Look how excited she is. Look how excited she is. And she is just leaving this area. You can very clearly see that it's a cliff, and there's an ocean there, and then the clip continues, so we can go ahead and continue the clip here. They're gonna start showing some other friends and other voice actors and stuff like that. So we get another clip here, this time of Izzy. It's a very, very, very brief thing. This one is like for sure like half a second long, but you can see that she's in some kind of room, some kind of building or something like that. She's very excited, very ecstatic. There's some books here, a couple of pictures. These pictures don't look like they're very arts and crafty, so I don't think it's her home. I feel like it's gonna be Sunny's home. This is probably Izzy and Sunny meeting for basically the first time, or at least sitting down in a room privately together for the first time or something like that. She says ta-da, and I feel like this is probably one of two things. Either she just finished crafting something really, really quickly, and she's like, ta-da, see it, it's really beautiful, see it, do you like me now, Sunny? Are we friends? Or something like that, or she just performed some form of magic and is showing Sunny that magic still exists in some capacity, and is like, ta-da, see, magic. But one of those two things are true, and I feel like it's more so the craft thing that it will be true here. I do really hope that Izzy has some form of magic or something, though, because I feel like it's going to make a lot of sense if she does. But yeah, like I said, she says ta-da, and that is literally it. And then the clip ends. That is literally the entire clip, and then it ends, and we get to see more of the cast.
Hey, I'm James Marsden, and I play Hitch.
So again, we get to see who's voicing Hitch, and then if we play just a tiny bit frame by frame here, as much as we can, you can see that we get a clip of Hitch. He's in some kind of town, most likely a maritime bay where they live or whatever, and it looks like he's on the street. Maybe he just stopped something, you know, some kind of criminal, or maybe something happened. Maybe he's like, oh, I stopped you from jaywalking or doing something stupid like that, and he's like, you may not cheer now because I was here to save the day and everything like that. And that is literally the entire clip. That is it we get from this. This is definitely in some kind of, I want to say pony language. I don't think this is going to be English. If it is, it's just too blurry. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get a lot of things that aren't in English, sort of how we got in the last generation, everything like that. But as you can see, literally nothing revealed here other than it's a town and the buildings are very normal. And honestly, I gotta say that it does look pretty good. The voice, the voice was good. I think they did good with all the voices. Like, all the voices I think were done really well. And again, if we come over here, we take a look at this, we get to see who's playing Pip, and then we get to see Pip. She's coming on the stage. She has, surprisingly, she has a horn on her head. This is obviously a fake horn because we know she's a Pegasus. But taken into account other previous leaks or whatever with the toys and everything like that, where it said that Zip wants to fly, but they can't because there's no magic, so they use wires to fake it. I'm willing to bet that to keep their royal status or whatever like that, they are faking being alicorns. And they're faking being alicorns with magical powers and abilities and things like that. And I feel like that is what's going on here. That is probably why she's wearing a horn. Now, this could be just not an actual fake horn. This could just be like, oh, it's her crown and it kind of looks like one, and I'm mistaken here. But it looks like a horn, especially in that last clip right there. It looks like it's like a fake horn or something like that. I could be wrong, but, you know, it kind of adds up with them trying to fake being able to fly and everything like that. Maybe they're trying to keep their royal status by pretending to be able to fly on these wires and things like that, as well as maybe pretending to be alicorns and going even that far. Who knows? But it is what it is. She is going onto stage of some kind. Perhaps this is when she's introduced for the first time. Maybe she's leaving her bedroom or something like that, and she's meeting a character or doing something weird like that. Who knows? But it looks like, you know, she's here for the first time. There's some kind of yarn or something here on the left. Maybe that's just for, you know, making stuff, you know, making costumes and stuff like that. Maybe this is a backstage thing. Who knows? But maybe it's even what they're using for the fake wires and something like that. Who knows? But it's probably nothing. And again, it's just a very, very quick clip here. You can see what looks like a hoof or a leg or an arm or something. Maybe it's a microphone. I don't know. But it's there and it kind of moves out of frame as it goes on. I don't know what it is. It looks really, really weird. I think it's a hoof of some kind. I think that's all it is. But then we get this clip here. She's looking at her phone, taking selfies and stuff like that. This looks like it's going to be a very common thing with this character, and I hope it doesn't ruin the character, like every 5 minutes or whenever something weird happens, she's just like taking a selfie or something like that. If they do that as a running gag throughout the whole movie, as well as this show that comes later next year, it's going to be really annoying. But again, we get this thing of Pip. They look really amazing and everything like that, and we get to see more voice actors and stuff.
Hi everybody, it's your girl Liza Koshy, and I'm Zip. Can you tell?
So we get Zip's voice actor, and then we get to see this very, very brief clip right here of Zip. Okay, well, this stage just keeps getting weirder, essentially, is what they're saying. And that is it. That is all we get of this character. That is all we get of this character. There's a rocky thing behind them, and that is it. What I'm assuming happens here is this is probably when Zip is first introduced, or not when they're first introduced, but when they're introduced and then like maybe 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later or something like that. I feel like this is very early on in us meeting this character, because most likely what happened here is Sunny and Zip, or not Zip, but Sunny and Izzy and some of the other characters that have already gathered and grouped together probably are leaving or escaping or doing something in this area, and then Zip finds them and meets them and says this. That's what I'm assuming happens here, but it doesn't really reveal anything. So let's move on to the next thing. That is going to happen on September 24th. Then we get this very, 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 very brief thing again of the characters entering some kind of room. They're all really excited and interested about it, except for Izzy. Of course, Izzy is excited, but she's not as excited as some of these other characters. This is because she is very clearly showing them her home. This is most likely when they see her house for the first time with all the decorations and everything like that, and all this crazy nonsense of these art and everything like that. They come in here, they're all surprised and happy, amazed by it and everything like that, and the clip just ends. So again, like I said, this is most likely her little treehouse home thing, and it's good. It looks really good at moving and everything. But again, we get this, and I don't think there's another clip. Yeah, there's not another clip. That is the whole thing. That pretty much does it. There's not really anything else other than this image right here, which I'll go ahead and open here for you now. But this image here shows more characters than what we've seen previously. It shows us this character called Sprout, this character called Phyllis, and Argyle, and however you want to say that. We even got Queen Haven in here and everything like that. And this is probably the Queen, probably Pip's mother and Zip's mother, or something like that. That's probably what it is. But they look like a villain. Do they not look like a villain? Like, look at that. That looks like a pretty big villain. Like, that looks like a villain, doesn't it? So this again comes into some theories that I've had in the past, where I feel like they're going to go to the Pegasus Empire looking for help. They're not going to want to help, or at least the Queen's not going to want to help, but Pip and Zip might have different feelings about it. And so when they get banished, or whenever they get trapped in the dungeon or whatever like that, they go and free her, and then Queen Haven here is probably going to do some kind of thing where it's like, oh, they kidnapped my daughter, we gotta do this thing, get the guards, let's do this, let's go after them and stop them because they kidnapped my daughters, even though she knows they weren't kidnapped or something. Or maybe she just believes that they were kidnapped. I don't know. I feel like she's definitely gonna be the main villain though, because I mean, look at this. This looks like an evil laughter. It's a queen's royalty. They're always evil. And then we got this character here. They're definitely gonna play some kind of role. All these characters are definitely gonna play some kind of significant role, or at least some form of significant role in the movie, because it's meet the cast. This character here looks like it was Sunny's father in previous images and stuff like that. I could be wrong about it, but it looks like that is who that is. Maybe this proves that he's not going to die early in the movie. Maybe something else happens or something, but if he doesn't die in the movie early on or something like that, or it's revealed that he died a long time ago or something like that, that's going to suck. I'm going to hate that if that ends up being the case. But we have this character, no idea what his role could be, no idea what their role could be, or what their role could be. There is like 3 roles here that are very, very mysterious, because we don't have any idea whatsoever what their role might be. But these 2 right here are Earth ponies, so they probably live in Maritime Bay. Maybe this one's a reporter or something like that, a librarian. Maybe it's the mayor of Maritime Bay. And then this character here, no idea who he could be. Maybe he's another sheriff in town or something like that, because he does kind of look like he's wearing similar things to what Hitch wears. So maybe he's another sheriff or something. Maybe that's Hitch's partner in crime, or not crime, but partner in crime fighting or whatever. But overall, this is the news. This is what we've gotten, and that's the little breakdown. It doesn't reveal too much, but it is really exciting, and it is really good animation. The animation on it is actually pretty good, despite the poor quality because of my internet and everything like that. But that's it for the news. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this news, this little breakdown and everything like that. And if you did, please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all those wonderful things like that. Because when you do those wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.